friends at Crossed Rifles were like, hey, send me a 1911. I will do one up. I said, awesome. Our buddy David did an amazing job, sent me a couple pictures. I was very excited. When he went to send the gun back, it in their system, because we've known Luke so long, it had my old house that I hadn't lived in for 8 years. So the gun, because that was in their system, and when he sent it back to the address, it went to my old house. Now, I noticed it that morning because it's like UPS is out for delivery, and I was like, man, we never get UPS this early at the office, and happened to like log into UPS, look at the delivery, and it was like the old house. So I immediately went into UPS and I said, divert this delivery. And right as soon as I finished that, I hit them up and I was like, hey, can you guys divert the delivery? We need to come at this from all angles because it's going to the old place. 30 seconds later, I get UPS delivery notification. And I was like, fuck. So I immediately hop in the car and drive over there. I'm knocking on the door. I'm pounding on the door. I leave for a little while. I come back a little while later. I'm knocking on the door again. I go back the following morning, afternoon, and evening, knocking on the door, and nobody ever answers. So they have to file missing firearm. UPS launches an investigation. The local sheriff's department tries to get in touch with the tenants there, and nobody will ever answer the door. Well, over the weekend, we had a birthday party for our son-in-law, and my daughter and her boyfriend happened to come over, and then he came up to me and he's like, hey, you know how I said there's that lady that lives in your old house? And I was like, yeah, I think so. And he said, well, they had mail that was going to you guys. And I was like, just throw it away. I haven't lived there in 8 years. I know you don't want the mail, but I just found out, I heard them talking that apparently there was a gun at some point sent there. And I was like, yo, I instantly knew what the fuck it was and what he was talking about. And I was like, they lived there back then? He's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. That's 10 years, $250,000, probably more actually. It is a federal felony to be in possession of that. And, you know, I want to ask, like, why the fuck didn't they tell somebody? Why the fuck didn't they answer the door? Why the fuck didn't they turn it over to the sheriff's department? Why the fuck didn't they call UPS back when they left business cards on their front door for 6 months? But I was like, hey, you need to tell her that needs to be back in my possession fucking immediately. And he was like already in the works. I told her it's a big deal. And what do you want to do? And I was like, I'll meet anywhere. I just need to get it back in my possession like ASAP. So the next morning, he brings me a box that the box had been opened, but the wrapping inside had never been gone through. Apparently they just kind of saw the outline and basically just hid it in a closet for 9 months. So I got it back.